I'm Rita Ali. I'm the mayor of Peoria, Illinois. I've been involved in workforce development since my early 20s. When I worked for the state of Illinois I was I was a public aid recipient, a welfare recipient who became a caseworker and ultimately an employment worker who helped other welfare mothers to get an education and to become part of the workforce. So, I left that state job to work for the city of Peoria, actually, as a vocational counselor. And ultimately, I went to Bradley University, got into the work of diversity and DEI inclusion. We called it multicultural services back then. And then over time, I evolved to a position at the community college. Illinois Central College was a combination of the work that I had done in the past in both workforce development and diversity. And I became the college's first vice president of workforce and diversity. It was very important work, which I learned a lot and I carry it with me every day. I do share that story because it connects with people and it inspires them to do more and to do better. And there are ways, to earn those credentials. You can start as a certified nurse's aide, which I was at one time in my life. And you can take that and you can, if you want to stay in the field of healthcare, you can become an LPN offered, at many community colleges. And usually the employer will help you to advance to that RN, a registered nurse, and maybe eventually to a BSN, a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. We understand that only 40% of our adults in our region have a credential beyond high school. So our goal, similar to the Luminal Foundation, is to aim for 60%. And in order to aim for that 60%, we have to, get a baseline, and we've, done some baseline work, but then work to get the people, because we have the people, right? But get them to get the credentials that they need to get these jobs. For example, our healthcare system in Peoria has 2,000 jobs available, but we don't have the 2,000 people with the credentials and the skills to take on those jobs. We predicted this shortage a long time ago. We knew it was coming, and now it's here. We have more jobs and we have people filling these jobs, and there's a worker shortage, and we don't have the H-1B visas that we had, in previous years where we can, have people come from other countries and take on these jobs. We don't have that access like we had in the past. We started creating opportunities where earn and learn opportunities where we're going to actually pay them to learn. We're going to pay them $100 a week while they're in CDL training, and they're going to get that CDL within 4 to 8 weeks, and they're going to get a job that's probably making over $50,000 a year. And the same with healthcare, a program for LPNs, for CMAs, for CNAs, for welders, which make sometimes over $100,000 a year. So we started creating the HVAC, those programs that were somewhat fast paced. They're not degree programs, not associate degree program for the most part. They're not, a bachelor's degree program, but they're programs that get them the skills that they need to go to work and get hired by the employer. I started with the help of State Senator Dave Kaler. I started a mayor's youth internship program. So I take 100 students from Peoria Public Schools, and they're 14 and 15-year-olds, and I give them a summer job. And every week we do what we call development days. Every Friday we have development days. So we have speakers come in to talk to them, and we work with them on interviewing skills or resumes and things like that. And then we keep up with them during the school year, and we bring them back for a second summer. We're working to bring passenger rail service to the area. We believe that that will be a big boost to our economy. We're working, as part of the state plan now. We have a federal project. We're working very closely with the Federal Railroad Administration on a new corridor from Peoria to Chicago and back. So it's not just about leaving the city, it's also about bringing people to the city and possibly to work in our city. I'm really optimistic about our future, including our future workforce, our future economy, because we're all working together to get there. We have a plan for increasing the credentials for the people that have a high school education or alternative, high school education. We have a plan in working together with the community-based organizations, with the faith-based organization, with the employers and the education institutions and government to try to take our existing population and to get them the skills that they need to get bona fide employment.